It counts down to May 29 Inauguration Day in Nigeria. The All Progressives Congress zoning arrangement for the 10th Assembly has continued to generate reactions from different individuals and party stakeholders. On Thursday, some senators vowed to disobey the party if it continued with its present zoning process. Let's now cross over to Abuja, where the former APC PCC member Ahmed Mustapha is standing by. Mr. Mustapha, glad to have you join us at this time. Just before we came on the air, Mr. Idris Wase was declaring for the office of President of the Senate of the 10th Assembly. And on Monday, when the list of the APC was released, we also had another member of the party declaring this coming up even after the list has been released. What does it speak of the drama going into the 10th Assembly?
Well, thank you for having me. I think it speaks to the development of our democracy. The party can't decide where to go, but it doesn't hold supreme over its members. It's a democratic process. Our members are still within their rights, to express their interest in certain offices, even if it's not the line that the party wants to toe. It's nothing that we've not seen before. Everybody has a right to throw their hat into the ring, and then at the end of the day, we'll see just how much of a hold the party has on the members. I think it's very, very good for our democracy for people to. I'm always an advocate for people testing out their popularity and seeing their acceptance or acceptability speak for them in whatever regard, so long as it is within the confines of the constitution and of the guiding principles of the party. And I think this is not it's not out of place at all for people to throw their hats in the ring, even though the party has told a particular line. It would be good if everybody fell in line with what the party hierarchy is saying. But then again, it's a democracy. So it's well within the right of those who have decided to still go ahead with the contest, despite the party's position to do so.
All right. And showing on the screen at the moment, live pictures from that declaration for the office of President of the Senate there by Ahmed Wase, who is the current Deputy President of the
He's the current Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps.
Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Like I said, it's...
And so I was actually going to ask you, you have seen the list, you probably have some level of relationship with some of the names there. What do you think about their capability to deliver lawmaking the way it should be in the 10th Assembly?
I think everybody who is on that list is eminently qualified for the position that they've been nominated for. Whether or not it is just and fair for the list to be, because there are quite a number of people with objections, and rightfully so, given the diverse nation of our nation, the diverse situation of our nation. Some people feel that there should be a little bit more balance in the list, but this does not in any way call to question the credibility and the competence of the said individuals who have made the list. I'm sure the party has painstakingly looked at these individuals and their track record over the years of being members of the legislative and decided to go along. I have absolutely no fears or any worries whatsoever. If these people who are on the list end up being unanimously adopted by every member of the House of Reps in the APC caucus, and voting along those lines are executed perfectly, I have no doubt whatsoever that Nigerians will enjoy an even greater representation when it comes to the legislature in the 10th Assembly.
Some aggrieved lawmakers met with the national chairman of the APC on Thursday, and of course, they expressed their grievances. And the APC national chairman was actually quoted to have said there was no sufficient or adequate consultations with the contestants before the list was released. Does this mean the APC is, taking responsibility for what's going on? And are we likely to see a change of plans in the days ahead?
Well, I do not speak for the party in any capacity, but I would say when people raise genuine and legitimate concerns, it's only right, again, for the party to look back and see if there's something that they've missed. In my own opinion, I think that the positions in the National Assembly should be spread across geopolitical zones, and a particular geopolitical zone, if I'm going to be specific, the North Central feels absolutely left out of that arrangement, and the clamors are well within their rights to do so, and I'm sure that they've tabled this before the party, and the party hierarchy, in its wisdom, have said that okay, maybe just maybe we got this wrong. If they decide to make the corrections, it will be fine. If they decide not to, then I suppose it will be interesting times in the next couple of days. It's not less than a month away before we have these elections also. The APC might want to put its house in order, remembering that we do not have a simple majority in the House of Reps, and it could probably open the back door for opposition to sneak in. So we've got to be very delicate in handling matters like this.
And just as I said earlier, the live pictures are still on from the declaration of Mr. Wase for the office of a Speaker of the House of Representatives. And you can see there that other lawmakers are there to support, the same way we've had it when other individuals declared for those offices of presiding officers of the House. Let's look at another dimension to this. There is a planned concert by the youth of the APC, that's the Renewed Hope concert. And already the list of the committee members is generating a lot of reactions. And, you know, the question in some quarter is, if a mini event like this is raising so much dust already, how would it be when the president-elect actually takes office and then he releases his own list? What would happen?
I suppose that people will get used to this idea that while a enormous number of Nigerians have contributed to getting Bola Ahmed Tinubu elected as president, it's not a government that would look to fix everybody or reward everybody for their loyalty. It's a government that will build solely on competence and character. And of course, this is not to say that those who did not make this list are not competent and don't have the character to, but the understanding must be that every one of us cannot play a role in government. Or at the end of the day, we're Nigerians who want a better country, and I think that should be the focus of the average Nigerian, whether you're in the APC or the PDP or wherever you find yourself. So my take to this would be that if anybody feels left out, I don't think that's they should. I think the understanding must be that everybody who has contributed in one way or the other to getting this president elected cannot be accommodated in government. At the end of the day, you look at those who have been accommodated and see if they have what it takes to play. If that's the case, then I suppose we should just move on from this and hope that the country is the ultimate beneficiary of an Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidency.
And as we count down to the inauguration of the 10th Assembly and, of course, the next administration, what do you really think that other lawmakers should look out for in supporting some candidates who have come out contesting these principal positions in the Assembly?
I think experience is what ticks the box for me, because we need, we've had National Assembly members, principal officers of the National Assembly who honestly believe that the way to show representation to the people is to be antagonistic of everything that the executive does. I think we need a paradigm shift in that regard. Nigerians need to see quality representation, and that can only come from experience. And so Nigerians must, these lawmakers must understand in putting their weight behind any candidate that the weight and expectations of 200+ million Nigerians are hanging on their decisions, and it's key that they make the right one. Like I said again, experience is something that they have to look out for, and then you speak about character and competence, because without these three ingredients, we're just going to be going around the same mountains that we have been since 1999.
Our political analyst and former member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Ahmed Mustapha, thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me.